Good morning, Facebook. How are you? Suzanne Taylor King here for week 6 of the Quantum Jump Your Client Attraction series. Today, I have so much to share with you. I just got back from a 5-day conference, Scale with Stability, with one of my mentors, Jonathan Massa. So much to share about that conference, but today is about week 6. And today we're really diving into what to say and what to write to attract your ideal clients at scale. What does that look like? If you don't know me, I'm Suzanne Taylor King, and I am a business reinvention coach. I coach around confidence and charisma and enabling AI tools in your business. And if that's something you're interested in, head over to my Facebook group, The Ideal Lab for Entrepreneurs. I'll put the link in the comments, and let's get started with today's content. Let me share myself into the Idea Lab. And number 1, we want to talk about today creating sales copy, whether it's verbal copy or whether it's written copy that answers objections in real time and attracts action takers. I don't know about you, but having tire kickers book calls with you it is kind of a waste of my time and a waste of yours. What does that look like for you? Let me know in the comments. The number 1 skill you can work on as an entrepreneur, a service provider, or any type of coach is actually being able to turn interest into income. Now, the one thing I will be totally transparent with you, I was great at attracting interest. I knew how to live stream. I knew how to attract people to an event. I knew how to invite. I knew how to get people into a Facebook group. My very first Facebook group had over 8,000 people in it. And all of my clients came from that group. And so why was I good at that? I didn't know. Honestly, I didn't know why I was good at that. I had to reverse engineer that whole process and figure out why I was good at attracting, but I was not good at converting into a sale. So, like Jerry Seinfeld says, you can be great at taking reservations, but if you're not good at holding those reservations. So, attracting attention is one thing, but it's also more about how you turn that attraction actually into clients. So, let's get into that today. Okay, number one is the 9 critical questions that you need to answer, but your sales message must answer these 9 critical questions. And don't worry, I'm going to drop all the questions for you. If you're here live, let me know in the comments, what's the number 1 question you think your copy or your words need to answer for your ideal clients? Okay, so let's get into this. It's really, really important that I don't want to overcome objections. So in the beginning, you have to understand that good copy makes objections irrelevant. So, the better you get at talking to people about what you do, and the better you get about writing about what you do, you have to spend less and less time overcoming objections. And to me, that feels like I don't have to talk anybody into working with me. So, why now is the best time? Because people are going to say the economy's down or bad and you're going to struggle making sales. No, there's more people doing a better job at copywriting than you. There's more people doing a better job selling from the stage than you. I was just at an event where about 15 different people spoke on stage, including me. My stage was a side stage, about 60 people. But one thing was really clear. Some people are magnetic on stage and know what to say to get you to scan their QR code or go to their website. And it was really, really intriguing to me because it confirmed these 9 questions for me. So let's get into those questions. Number 1, is this personally relevant to me? If the talk that was being given was not relevant to me, if I already had that mastered, or maybe I've studied that in the past, you don't pay attention as much. So your content needs to be personally relevant to your clients. Why? Number 2, why should I pay attention to this right now? You have to answer that one. That's what your hook is for. Why should I pay attention to this right now? Number 3, is this the exact solution I need? This is why your offer, if it's not niched to your ideal client in a really authentic, connected way, translation, if you don't know enough about your ideal client to make this offer relevant for them right now, we need to work on your copywriting. Number 4, what's the new, unique, exciting, easy, predictable, and huge about your product? So, emotions drive sales. So, if your offer is not new to you, new to the world, if it's not unique, think category design. If it's not exciting, and I would also add entertaining, if it's not easy to get results, if it's not predictable, and if it's not a huge transformation for your ideal client, you might need an offer reinvention. Number 5, what undeniable proof do you have that it works? What undeniable proof do you have that it works? It could be video testimonials, could be written testimonials, but I'm going to argue that undeniable proof also has to tie to an emotion. So if your ideal client is reading your testimonials, asking people about you, if it's not undeniable proof, then you're going to lose the sale. Number 6, how does it work? Your copy needs to explain how your process works. And the really cool thing about AI now, we can make visuals about our process, about our signature steps we take with our clients, and we can make a visual that will literally knock their socks off and fully visually explain what you do. And you could have that visual on a sales page. You could use it on social media. Highly, highly recommend. And number 7, what are others saying about you? If you're not in the habit of asking for feedback, not only from your clients, but from people who come to your events, from people who belong to your community. And heads up to all the Expansion Lab members watching this, I want to hear from you about what it's like to be in community, not only with me, but the other great people in that community. So watch out. I'm going to be coming and asking you what that's like in preparation for our first live event where we get together in person. Okay, number 8, what guarantees do you offer? Now, if you don't have a guarantee in your business, especially if you're a coach, people are going to feel the difference. Let me give you this copywriting little secret. Put the guarantee, excuse me, put the guarantee on your sales page or verbally say your guarantee. I have an 8-week program. Many of you know that. And I have remade that program every time there's a cohort of people. I'm on cohort number 6 now of my 8-week program. It's getting a makeover. It's getting a new name. It's getting AI enablement. So there's going to be custom GPTs for every week, blah, blah, blah. All these amazing things. And the key results that I offer are guaranteed, or I continue working with you until you achieve them. Period. That's my guarantee across working with one-on-one clients, my mastermind group, and my 8-week program. And listen, if your program or your offer, whether it's a course, a coaching program, it doesn't matter. If it has a small window, like 8 weeks, 12 weeks, even 6 months, what are you offering after that to make sure your ideal people, your customers, are actually taking action? That's something you could guarantee as well. Now, number 9, and please don't forget to do this on every video, every social media post, every written piece of content, blog article, doesn't matter. What action should people take next? Comment below, sign up here, tell people what to do, and kind of find your unique way of telling people what to do. What's your favorite call to action? Let me know in the comments. We have a couple of people here live. Let me know what your favorite call to action is in the comments. I would love to hear. So now let's talk a little bit about making your offer. I call them hell yes offers. I call them $1,000,000 offers, but there are some secrets to crafting offers. Personally, I've had over 60 offers in my coaching career. As a business coach, over the last 10 years, I've had over 60 different offers. They go from free offers all the way up to $100,000 offer. And these are the things that have made, out of 60 offers that I've crafted, 7 have been good sellers. 1 has been life-changing money. So that's pretty stiff numbers, right? So what do you need to do to craft that hell yes offer or that $1,000,000 offer? It's called NUEEPH. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. It's got to be new. Position your offer as something your ideal clients have never seen. It needs to be unique. It's why I spent 2 years studying category design. It needs to have a unique mechanism, a unique method, and that means not just naming your stuff something different, okay? You have to have something unique, different from everything else, and it could be the guarantee that's different. It needs to be exciting. It needs to stir emotional energy and interest. Now, this is really key, and I'll give you an example. When I was crafting my 8-week offer last year, I said, what am I sick of in the coaching industry? I'm sick of people not getting results. Okay, what do I need to do to guarantee that my people are going to get better results with this 8-week upgrade? I'm going to have them meet with me 3 times a week. So my first cohort was once a week, and I had 17 amazing people amazing coaches in that group. And we got some great results. One coach went from charging 25,000 a year to 100. Another coach really stepped into his power and started charging more. And so many great testimonials. But I wasn't satisfied there. So I said, what do I need to do to make this program really unique and exciting? Here it is. We meet 3 times a week, once for knowledge, once for theory, Wednesday for practice. So Monday theory, Wednesday practice, Friday, the AI tool to enable your business and be able to do those things, right? So when I was thinking about that offer, and I tell you this to inspire you to think about your offer differently. And I said to myself, in order to have a client in a group coaching program meet with me for 3 hours a week for 8 weeks, the marketing and the verbiage of that needs to be exciting. Join me and get a year's worth of coaching in 8 weeks. How's that sound? So you have to do that for you. What does that look like? And it needs to be easy to work with you. You have to remove friction. So long drawn out funnels, upsells, downsells, all that. Yes, they can work. But if you are looking for more clients right now, solve more problems. Don't worry about a structured 8-week program like I have. My one-on-one clients, it is fully custom. So let's see if you could step into being a little bit more flexible. It needs to be easy to work with you. It also needs to be predictable. So if you're not showing up predictably every Monday at 10 a.m., I'm going to continue doing this. The feedback has been so great. Every Monday at 10 a.m., I do a live training. Awesome. It needs to be and have guaranteed outcomes. And if you don't know what your outcomes are, start talking to your ideal clients. My client, I didn't realize that confidence was an outcome of what I did until about 3 years ago. I had no idea that I helped my clients feel more confident. And so now having that information has been totally, totally just so imperative to the next level of success. So, what's that look like for you? Now, lastly, having the opportunity to work with you feel massive and feel urgent. So, if you have a program or an offer, it needs to feel like a massive shift for your ideal clients. So, if you really want to make a difference for people, go bolder, make bigger challenges to your clients. And I'm going to throw in, this is not in my notes, but I'm inspired right now to share with you the online space is full of mediocre junk. Between coaching offers, online courses, don't spend time creating an online course right now and trying to sell it. I'm sorry if that's what you're doing right now, but full honesty, course sales are down even for the biggest online course platforms. What people need right now is human connection. They need your help personally. And if you say to me, oh, well, that's not scalable, blah, blah, blah. Yes, it is. It's scalable with price. It's scalable. If you tell me you only ever want to work with 10 clients, that's scalable. And if you don't understand that concept, let me know because I'll talk about it. I'm really, really passionate. Yes, Gordon, go big or go home. My allergies are horrible. Sorry about my voice. Sounds like I had a pack of cigarettes last night. I did not. All right, part 3, writing magnetic headlines. This is something I'm going to cover in my 3-day challenge next month. I have a magnetic messaging 3-day event happening next month that's all about crafting magnetic stories using AI. So, if you want more information on that, just comment magnetic in the chat and I'll share some information. But headlines make or break your entire sales message. That's what makes somebody want to read further. It's what makes somebody want to read down the page or down the post. And I have numerous headline examples, and for those of you in my paid group, you're going to get 1500 winning headline examples from the best sales campaigns online right now. So if you're in the paid group, I'll make sure you get that PDF. So you're going to practice. Your homework today is practicing writing headlines. And you're going to use the template, how to blank without blank. And your second headline is the secret to blank, even if blank. And don't worry, I'll share those in the comments as soon as this live is over. You're going to practice or use ChatGPT to help you have 10, 15, 20 of these different example headlines. Bold claims, bold headlines. The more polarizing you can be, the better. So, when you're posting on Facebook and social media, and maybe you're running ads, the structure has to be a pattern interrupt, a unique hook, they call it, or your unique phrasing, and then the big benefit of working with you. And that IDA breakdown, attention, interest, desire, action, is so important. And if you're curious about the IDA framework, just go to YouTube and search AIDA, all capital letters, and you'll see what comes up. And Alex Hormozy talks about it. My coach, Dan Henry, talks about it. Really important. Master those emotional triggers for your ideal clients. That's why demographics and psychographics are so important for your ideal client. If you don't have those, start there. You can use positive, you can use mild negative emotions, and you can use those correctly to drive more sales. But here's the thing: super negative, painful pain points of your ideal client, I have found, do not work to attract high achievers. So if you want clients who are fun to work with, who are doing great things in their business, who are looking to be a better version of themselves, only go mild negative. If you go too negative, I have found over the last 15 years that you will attract more negative thinking people, less growth minded thinking people. So don't go too negative on me. And I'd love in the chat for you to fill in the blanks of how to do blank without blank about your business. How to do blank without blank in the chat, in the comments. Thank you so much. Awesome. So, your new client mindset moving forward. I love new client mindsets. Every word you say is an enrollment tool. Think about it. Even the words you say in your own head to yourself, they are enrollment tools. Because if you're talking negative to yourself all day, every day, your vibe is going to be off. You're not going to know why people are not attracted to you. But I'm telling you, that's why. Focus on clarity, not cleverness. Don't try to be fancy. Don't try to use big words like eudaimonologist. I know I use big words sometimes, but be clear rather than clever. Your words should repel the wrong people and inspire the right people to take action. Makes sense, right? We want to inspire our ideal clients. Amen, says Tony. Woohoo! Magnetic, Holly, awesome. So, for everyone that comments magnetic and wants to attend my 3-day magnetic messaging challenge, it's next month. It's May 20th to the 22nd. It's $197 for anybody who comments magnetic in the comments right now. You have to comment right now while we're live. If you're catching the replay, you can do hashtag replay magnetic. I will give you the code for 50% off that challenge. It's $197, so 50% off if you comment now. That's how I trick people into watching a video. I'm not going to mention it anywhere else. You have to have watched it and heard me say it. See what I did there? I love doing stuff like that. So, your words repelling the wrong people. Hear me right now. If you're not an action taker and you don't want to do the work, don't come to that 3-day challenge. If you're not an action taker and you're afraid to do the work, you're afraid to be visible, or you're afraid to post, or you're afraid to be polarizing, don't hire me as your coach. And when you say bold enough things like that about who you are as a coach, a consultant, a service provider, it's not meant to offend anybody. It's there to filter, filter and repel the people that you're not meant to work with. More important than ever today is to repel the people who are not meant to pay you or work with you. Your assignment today, besides commenting magnetic, is to update one offer description of yours, a headline, a post, using today's formulas that I'm going to share in the comments. Share that new headline in the Idea Lab as a post. You know how you can make those posts with the colored background? Share just your new headline in a post for me. And that homework is going to get you another bonus as well, which will be announced. I want everyone to give each other feedback because there's nothing better than getting feedback on your offers and your headlines. So if you agree or you love someone else's post, please comment and come back all day today and check those posts. And that engagement with each other is so, so important. And yes, it's part of attracting your ideal clients. Engagement is first. And then you have to talk to people to enroll them into working with you, right? So imagine doing a live video, you get people to comment, then you have people that come to your 3-day event or 1-day event. And then from spending that time with you, they actually want to go deeper and hire you. But everything you do has to be full of massive value. Don't show up on a live and talk about yourself the whole time. Nobody cares about you, they care about themselves. Please remember that next time you're out in the world providing value to other people. So, I will also be sharing a visual worksheet with the 9 questions you need to ask and that your content needs to answer. And that framework I will hand out in the comments. I'll make a quick little Google Doc for you with those 9 questions. And I look forward to seeing everybody moving forward. I'm going to continue doing a live training every Monday at 10 a.m. in the Idea Lab for entrepreneurs. And any questions before I wrap up? If you're here live, any questions? Yeah, I'm not tricking. I am kind of tricking, but that's okay. I'll know who watched. Gordon says, I am a walking weapon of enrollment. Yes. Tony says, authenticity is at the center of everything I do. I love that too. So let's practice those headlines today. Remember your fill in the blank templates, how to do blank without blank. So, Tony, here's your example. How to do virtual events without the headache. How to do virtual events without the stress. How to do virtual events without worrying about the tech. The secret, and here's your second one, the secret to blank, even if blank. The secret to virtual events, even if you have 1,000 people coming. The secret to virtual events, even if you have no idea how to do technology. And let's do numerous of those. Let's do as many as you can. How to blank without blank. The secret to blank, even if blank. Those are going to be your headlines moving forward. I look forward to seeing yours in the group. Have an awesome day, everyone. I have about 50 people to go follow up with that I met this week. So I'm going to get busy doing that. Have a great day, everyone.